All right, guys, I got the 5115R here, and I got the HX15 hooked to it, so I'm going to go do a little bush hogging with it. I was hoping I could get to mow hay with it, but there's a storm coming in tomorrow, and then after that it's going to be good weather or better weather. So, but the tractor's got to go back to the dealer in the morning, so I'm not going to be able to mow hay with it, unfortunately. But this bush hog here will let me put some hours on anyway, and y'all can check it out with me, see what you think. I got the bush hog unlocked and down, so I'm getting ready to turn it on for the first time, and I'm assuming that I got it in regular PTO down here. You can put it in 540E down here. It has 540E, so that's nice. But anyway, I want to turn it on, and I'll tell you what, this is a 115, and they make a 125 horsepower, but this 115 is rather stout. I'm pretty impressed with how stout it is. Anyway, let's rev this thing up. I know I can set RPM that I want it to run at, but let's see if there's a screen. Look for a screen that tells me my PTO speed. There it is. That's close enough, about 520 for bush hogging. So anyway, I'm going to get started here, and we'll see what happens. I think I'm still in too high gear. Put it in 8. It's relatively quiet in here. It's not bad. Even running on regular 540. And I love the brake to neutral, so I just mash the brakes and it'll stop. I don't have to mash the clutch. Now I really like that feature, and that's something that the 6000 series or the 6R does not have, to my knowledge. This tractor is standard with it, and you can adjust the sensitivity of it. You can actually kind of creep it along. It will modulate the clutch. If you mash the brakes harder, it'll come to a complete stop, and then if you let off the brakes real easy, it'll start creeping along real slow. So like if you're trying to fill your loader bucket up or something, you can modulate it just like the clutch pedal. So that's really nice. So just shifted back to B range. Swivel the seat around a little bit. The T5 won't do that. My T5 won't do that because of the it has the premium seat in it, and it has that loader electronic loader joystick with the longer armrest, and there's not enough room for it to swivel, so they did not put the swivel seat in that tractor. Looks like I got some trees I gotta go around here. I really like the visibility out of the front of this tractor, which it doesn't have a loader on it, so that helps a lot, I'm sure. But it's got that one-piece windshield, and you can also get the skylight in the roof, which if I buy one, it'll have that. And that, I mean, it's got glass from floor to ceiling right now, and then it'll have glass in the roof too. It have pretty good visibility out the front. It's pretty impressive. Now the loader joystick will be electronic, and it has a place to change gears on it also, and shuttle shift. You can change directions, and that's something that the 6R don't have on it. Now the stuff that the 6R does have is a bigger cab, and I do like the bigger cab. This cab is kind of tight. I mean, there's plenty of room for the operator, and you can stretch your legs out, or I can. But I put my wife in here in the buddy seat, then it became very tight. There's a tree limb I gotta get over top of. Turning radius is awesome, but it's a very short tractor. It's actually a little shorter than the T5, but it is a similar weight. Shipping weight is the same basically, maybe just a little more on this tractor, even though it's a smaller tractor, physically smaller. It's basically the same width, it's just a little shorter lengthwise and stuff like that. I think this may be my first time bush hogging with the John Deere tractor. Pretty sure it is. I don't think I've ever bush hogged with a John Deere tractor before. I've bush hogged this John Deere Batwing we've had a long time, but it's always been pulled by New Holland or Massey Ferguson tractors. This is a new experience. I've noticed that forward and reverse shuttles are a little bit harsh in this tractor. I don't know if it needs to be calibrated, or I mean, they're not terrible, but they're not really, they're not too very smooth. Always, sometimes they are and sometimes they aren't. But I've noticed that on about every tractor I've ever operated. Sometimes shuttle shifts are good and sometimes they aren't. Just switched the tractor over to auto. what auto allows me to do is take this dial right here and dial the speed that I want the tractor to go, and it'll find the gear that's most closely matches the speed that I want to go. It works kind of like an IVT, but it's not an IVT. It's just got a lot of gear ranges to choose from. Unlock the brakes. Unlock the brakes to help it steer because it has no weight on the front end at all. So I can use my brakes to help it steer a little bit. It's kind of wet. It's very wet. It ain't done nothing but rain for weeks. Well, for a couple weeks anyway. Apparently that reverse speed set a lot higher than forward, so apparently you have the option of choosing whether you want reverse to go faster or slower. I think I want it to go slower. Again, the tractor's got plenty of power to run this bush hog, and I didn't figure we'd have any trouble with it. I run it with 100 horsepower Massey Ferguson all the time, which is only 88 PTO horsepower. I think this tractor's around 100 PTO horsepower, maybe a little more than that. Okay, so we're at the place that I filmed the T5 on the big box blade, and I thought I'd show y'all the area here just a little bit before I started bush hogging again. So I've already bush hogged the field right over there. Let's get a look out here. This is a beautiful place. Down there's the highway. I'm a ways off the highway. Over there's a big dairy that's closing down, unfortunately. And trying to find the house. May have done went by it. There's a house up here. I believe it's right up there. Where is my drone? Yeah, that's where it's at. We'll ride up there. Get a little higher. There's a driveway. The driveway that I was blading is right here between these trees. And I mowed the grass here yesterday, but here's the driveway I was blading with the T5 that day. And here is the cabin that's there. And they have let's get up here and I'll show you the view from this cabin. Of course, I'm way above the cabin, but you still get an idea here. It's a beautiful place, let's just put it that way. You can see a long, long ways. Over there, this mountain right here is called Buffalo Mountain. It's a natural area preserve. You can hike that mountain. Before it was a natural area preserve, I've been on it with ATVs. Used to ride ATVs on it. No longer can you do that. Over there is that dairy I was talking about. But they have quite the view here. So as you can tell in the grass, there's a lot of trees to mow around. Over here, this is I'll show you my favorite part to mow around right over here. Right here. You got all these pine trees and stuff to mow around. It's pretty not fun, but anyway. Alright, so let's get back to the John Deere. Let's see, I'm starting to run out of battery on this battery right here. So I'm going to bring you back down. I'm going to follow the road back down. There's another little spot right here that I mow the grass on. The driveway turns, goes back this way. Goes in the woods and comes out back down here where I'm at. But anyway, I'm gonna park this thing, and I'm gonna put another battery in it, and then we're gonna get back to bush hogging. So we'll be right back. Moving again, and we're going to finish this little field up here, and then I got one more field up next to the house I got to do. This tractor has the perfect spot to set my controller and for my drone. That's nice. I'm really liking this transmission. You can just dial the speed you want in auto mode, or you can put it in manual mode and shift to the gear that you want. It's pretty slick. It's probably the closest thing to an IVT that I'll ever experience. IVTs are just out of my price range. Don't know though about having a tractor this size or this, you know, for my main tractor I would rather be in maybe with a little bigger tractor, but I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure. I priced the new 6R, and that's out of my price range, so the used 6R is doable. This tractor is probably doable. I hadn't got a price on it, but I got price on one similar to it, and it was actually cheaper than the used 6R. This tractor can get some 0% financing and special promotions on it. where I can't do that on the used tractor. So anyway, it's kind of a tough decision, but you know, this tractor's got a lot of nice features on it. Transmission's a little nicer. It's got the brake to neutral function, and it's got plenty of power and everything. A little bit better visibility for the loader work, a little smaller hood and stuff. And it would probably do everything I need except spreading lime is what I'm concerned about. Because that trailer, once you get you put 8 tons of lime on it, and then the trailer's a couple tons, so you're looking at about a 10-ton trailer, 20,000 pounds. My drone has lost me. Hold on. So you're looking at 20,000 pounds. I don't know if this size tractor can handle it. I mean, the T5 handles it okay, and it's going to be basically the same weight as the T5, but it's a little shorter than the T5, but it's still really comparable tractor, so it may be fine. This tractor, it don't have any weight on it, so I can't be testing it. I'm going to move my drone over. When I drive under it, it's struggling a little bit. So if I got this field whipped out, to let my wife run it. She hadn't operated it yet. She rode in it. She didn't like riding in the buddy seat. It's a little tight in here. But I think she'd really like operating the transmission. She didn't really care for the transmission in the 6R where you have to shift the ranges manually. She had trouble shifting them, but she could get used to it. It didn't take me long to get used to it. This is a super nice tractor, though. It's no doubt about that. I mean, I'm going to be happy with either one of them I choose, I know, but you know, I'm trying to figure out which one's going to suit my needs the best. I don't know that the 6R is going to be good for loader work. I know it's got that big hood on it. It's going to be tough to see handling square bales in the fields. This tractor, I know you'll be able to see it, find it, probably better than the T5. Even the T5, I struggle to see them sometimes. But I bet you this tractor will do better for loader work and square baling because it has more gears than the 6R. Anyway. I gotta land my drone. Going dead. I'll be back in a minute. Little buddy's gonna come ride with me for a while, and that's about all the time I'm gonna have with this tractor anyway. Time I get done bush hogging this and get it back home, I'm gonna be out of hours. I told them, or they told me not to, or to try not to put more than 5 or 6 hours on it. So they had somebody that was going to buy this tractor next week, so they trying to keep the hours low. They did do like a hay day. I think I mentioned that before. They did like a field day or something with this tractor, so it had 5 hours on it when I got it, but they're trying to keep the hours down on it since it is a new tractor. So anyway, I guess that's going to be all, and hope you enjoyed this video, and y'all tell me what y'all think of this particular tractor, or not this particular tractor, but this particular series of tractors compared to the 6R. And but anyway, we'll see what happens. Talk to y'all later.